So we talked about last night this issue about a Texas state senator who is a Democrat down near the border who's very worried about the fact that people are being released as they come across the border illegally into the U.S. until they have a court date without testing. He says this, and this is from fox2now.com, reporting from that area. It says he told Border Report that paroling new arrivals via the old catch and release policy has endangered border communities because U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials are not testing migrants for the coronavirus prior to their release, Mark, and that's into the U.S. and until they have these court dates. I mean, not great for those folks coming here. They may be sick and may need help and medical care, but also sending them into the U.S. population without testing seems to be completely in contrast to making us all take tests before we get on domestic flights.
Yeah, so if I had a couple minutes with Pete, and I'd really like to talk about reality, Shannon. The reality is, while I can't take a 45-minute flight from D.C. to New York without a test, meanwhile, we have migrants that are participating in caravans of thousands of people that I call active mobile COVID petri dishes, traveling thousands of miles through hotspots in Mexico, which just released they're seeing the highest COVID deaths since this pandemic began. They get to the U.S.-Mexico border, and they're stuffed in overcrowded, unsanitary stash houses, and then and tractor trailers as they come across illegally. And what about the 6,600 men and women with CBP that have tested positive, and the 23 men and women with CBP that have died in the line of duty? But our priorities right now are making sure that we're getting tested for domestic flights. It's simply ridiculous, defies common sense and logic.
And there's also this fight on Capitol Hill about whether any payments in the COVID system will go to children of people who are here illegally. Dick Durbin, Senate Majority Whip, says this. He's a Democrat. Neither Biden nor any Democrat is proposing in this package to give any money to any undocumented person. The question is, if you are the legal child citizen of the United States of an undocumented person, should you get a check? I would say yes. He says it will take time to explain this. But so, Rob, it's a bit of a split within the Democratic Party whether that check should be flowing to that particular family. If there's a child in question, should that payment be made?
Well, look, you have to be humane, and but the question that the Democrats won't address is why that wouldn't stop with children and how you limit that. That's something that's not been addressed. And look, this is we have to be realistic about the people who've been elected. They are playing to a small, narrow band of progressive opinion on Twitter rather than the whole country. And remember, during the presidential campaign, during the Democratic primaries, when all the Democrats were asked, would you provide public health insurance to illegal immigrants, every single one, including now President Biden, said they would do it. So if that's the kind of administration you're facing, I think that the distinction between legal and illegal, unfortunately, is being erased. Yeah.
All right. So, Rob, Mark, thank you both very much. I have a feeling the immigration topic is going to be a hot one in the months to come.
Thanks for watching the Heritage Foundation's YouTube channel. With more than 500,000 members, we are the nation's largest conservative research and education institution. We believe the principles and ideas of the American founding are worth conserving and renewing. Please help us further our mission by subscribing to this channel and sharing our videos with your family and friends.